India bans Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. All you need to know. Late last evening, India finally joined the growing number of countries grounding Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes following two deadly plane crashes killing 346 people in the space of 5 months, both involving this aircraft model. Announcing the development. Furthermore, the government has made it clear that this aircraft will not be allowed to enter or transit the Indian airspace from 4 p.m. today. The deadline. Also read. Here's all you need to know about this move, and its impact. SpiceJet will take a hit. In India, Boeing 737 MAX 8s are operated by two airliners, Jet Airways and SpiceJet. Jet Airways owns SpiceJet. Impact on air passengers. Airfares in the country were already shooting up courtesy flight cancellations by Jet Airways and Indigo, and with SpiceJet planes also getting grounded, they are poised to skyrocket further. According to this will also impact domestic air traffic growth. The latter had already. What is the Civil Aviation Ministry doing about it? The Civil Aviation Ministry will hold an emergency meeting with the domestic airlines at 4 p.m. today to prepare a contingency plan to deal with the flight cancellations stemming from the ban on Boeing 737 MAX planes and minimize inconvenience to passengers. While interestingly, the DGCA had said on Monday that it had reviewed recent snags and defects reported in the Indian Boeing 737 MAX 8s and had found no. The revised decision to ground these planes came following a similar stand by several countries across the globe following the Ethiopian Airlines flight that crashed in Addis Ababa on Sunday, killing all 157 passengers and crew on board, including 4 Indians. The plane that crashed. Growing ban on the Boeing 737 MAX 8s. China was the first country to order its domestic carriers to ground the nearly 100 Boeing 737 MAX 8s in operation, following this news. The past 2 days. Also read. Several carriers, including Cayman Airways, South African airline Comair, Aeromexico, and Brazil's Gol Airlines, have also independently decided to suspend operations of this aircraft model pending reviews, while pilots with Argentina's Aerolíneas Argentinas reportedly flat out refused to fly the jet. However, the US and Canada, which has the maximum numbers of this aircraft model, continue to fly them. Yesterday, in a similar vein, Canadian Transport Minister Marc Garneau clarified that the government currently has no plans to order the grounding of the plane but all. What is triggering the global panic? Before the recent Ethiopian Airlines crash, a MAX 8 flight operated by Lion Air crashed into the Java Sea, killing all 189 people on board in October last year. The pilots of both fatal flights had reportedly tried to return to the airport a few minutes after takeoff but were unable to do so. And both flights could a problem with the new software system on these planes. The Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System (MCAS) be another common factor. In the case of the about 350 Boeing 737 MAX 8s were in service before the snowballing ban kicked off, with more than 5,000 of them on order. Sunday's plane. Meanwhile, Indonesia's Lion Air said yesterday that it would postpone taking delivery of 4 new Boeing 737 MAX 8 jets. The low-cost carrier, Boeing, nonetheless, steadfastly insists it has no reason to pull the popular aircraft from the skies. The U.S. plane. The list includes updates to the MCAS flight control law, pilot displays, operation manuals, and crew training. With agency's inputs. Edited by Sushmita Chowdhury Agarwal. Also read.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking